My child, stop for just a moment, breathe. Still your rushing thoughts and restless heart. What you are about to hear is not something I whisper to everyone who passes by. This message has been crafted in the quiet chambers of heaven, shaped specifically for your journey, timed perfectly with the cry that rose from the deepest part of your being. You didn't find this video by accident. You were guided here, right now in this very moment. Heaven has orchestrated circumstances, thoughts, and that inexplicable pull in your spirit to bring you to these words. Someone reading this might think it is coincidence, but you know better. You have felt the stirring. You have sensed that something beyond yourself led you here. I have been waiting for this moment longer than you know. I have watched you reach for me again and again, hoping for a sign, longing for a whisper, desperate for even the smallest confirmation that I still see you, still hear you, still move on your behalf. My beloved, I have listened to every question you whispered into the darkness, to every silent plea you carried in your heart when your voice was too tired to pray. I did not miss a single one of them. If you feel something stirring in your chest right now, if tears are beginning to form, if your spirit is recognizing truth in these words, press the like button, not as a casual gesture, but as your agreement with heaven. Let it be your way of saying, "Yes, God, I am listening. Yes, I believe you are speaking to me." You may have thought I was silent, but I was preparing the moment when my response would come so deeply, so powerfully, that it would shake the very places where hopelessness tried to bury your faith. My child, this is that moment. Today, I answer you. Today the silence breaks. Today the wait ends. I am still here. I never left you, not for a moment, not for a breath. Not even when you thought your world was falling apart and your prayers were disappearing into empty space. I was closer than the pain in your chest, nearer than the tears in your eyes, holding you through storms you couldn't explain and battles you didn't think you could survive. And now, what I am about to reveal is for you alone, your eyes only, your heart only, your spirit only. This is not a message I scattered to the crowd. This is a message I crafted for your wounds, shaped by your longing, formed by the specific path you have walked. You ask me if I still speak. I do. You ask me if I still care. I do. You ask me if I still see the road you cannot navigate. I do. And because I see you so clearly, because I know every hidden corner of your heart, I will not stay silent any longer. You asked for a sign, a whisper, a response, something that would let you know that everything you have endured was not wasted, that your waiting was not meaningless, that your tears were not ignored. My beloved, this is the moment I break the silence. I am stepping into the very center of your confusion to bring clarity. I am stepping into the middle of your fear to pour strength. I am stepping into the cold places in your heart to breathe warmth where hope has grown thin. I know what it felt like when you kept searching for an answer and saw nothing. I know how disappointment settled on your shoulders like a heavy cloak. I know how doubt crept into your thoughts when things didn't change as quickly as you prayed they would. But hear me now, I was never upset with you. I was never distant. I was working behind what you could not see, orchestrating what you could not comprehend, shaping what you thought was breaking, and turning what seemed like an ending into a doorway for what I have prepared next. Your tears reach heaven, every single one. You thought you cried alone, but not a single tear touched your skin without my hand catching it. Your pain touched my heart. Every sigh, every shaking breath, every night you tried to be strong but felt yourself collapsing inside. I felt it. You wondered if anyone noticed the battles you fought in silence. I did. You wondered if anyone understood the depth of the ache you carried. I did. You wondered if the wounds you hid would ever be healed. They will. My child, I have seen the way you kept pushing forward even when everything in you felt tired. I have seen the way you held on to faith when fear whispered that you should let go. I have seen how you tried to smile through heaviness that few people could even imagine. My heart moved for you long before you even realized how deeply I was working in your life. And now my words are coming to reach the hidden corners of your soul, the places you have never been able to express. The questions you have never dared to say aloud, the fears you have buried, the hope you have been afraid to believe in again. I am coming for the forgotten places inside you. I am coming for the broken pieces you tried to hide. I am coming for the dreams you laid down because you thought they were too far gone. I am coming for every silent wound. I am coming for every unanswered question. I am coming for every part of you that has been crying, Lord. Please answer me. You do not have to pretend with me. You do not have to hide. You do not have to be strong for me. I am here to be your strength. I am here to lift what has been too heavy for you. I am here to breathe new life where you felt empty. I am here to remind you that you matter, that you are seen, that you have never been invisible to me. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is critical. Do not scroll away from this moment. Do not look aside. Do not let distractions pull your attention. If you leave now, you will miss the message I preserved only for you. There are things I will speak in the next moments that your heart has needed for years. There are answers coming that your spirit has searched for in silence. The enemy knows what is about to happen here. He knows that breakthrough is coming to you through these words. He knows that chains are about to fall off. He knows that the hopelessness that has been suffocating you is about to lift. And right now, he is trying to distract you, making you think about checking your phone, scrolling to the next video telling you this isn't for you. But my child, resist that pull. This is your divine appointment. There are revelations that will untangle confusion you have carried for too long. There are promises I am ready to place into your hands that were delayed only because the timing had not yet aligned with the destiny I created for you. Stay here with me, hold this moment. Still your thoughts. Let your heart listen. What I am about to reveal will bring restoration to places you thought were lost. It will bring peace to battles you thought you would never escape. It will bring clarity to questions that tormented your nights. You cried, please answer me, and the answer is unfolding right now, word by word, breath by breath. Because the one who loves you with a love that cannot fade has chosen this moment to speak directly to your soul. Say amen right now, type it in the comments. Let heaven hear your agreement. Say Jesus is my everything if he is your joy, peace, and strength. Let your voice, even through your fingers typing, join with the chorus of heaven declaring over your life. My child, listen closely now, because what I am about to reveal reaches into the deepest parts of your story, places even you have tried to forget. I want you to understand something that will transform the way you see every season you survived. I was with you in every moment of your pain, not just the moments you remember, not just the moments you cried out to me, but every breath, every step, every hidden breaking point, every silent battle you thought you faced alone. I never abandoned you. I never walked away. I never lost sight of you for even a heartbeat. And though you could not always feel me, I was closer than anything you could touch, closer than the fear in your chest, closer than the thoughts that overwhelmed you. I saw you on the nights when your tears fell quietly, when you kept your face buried in your pillow so no one would hear you break. You tried to hide the trembling in your body, tried to silence the sobs that rose like storms inside you, afraid that showing weakness would make everything feel even heavier. But my child, I was there. I was sitting beside you in the stillness of the room. I was the gentle warmth that wrapped around you even when the night felt cold. I was the presence that made you breathe through another hour when you didn't think you could face another minute. Do you remember those moments when you cried without words, when grief or fear swallowed every prayer before it reached your lips? Even then, I heard you. Your tears spoke to me in ways your voice never needed to. Every tear became a prayer. Every sigh became a cry. Every moment your heartache became a message that reached straight into heaven. And I answered, not always in ways you recognized, not always in the timing you hoped for, but I answered by holding you through the darkness until the storm lost its power over you. You wondered why your prayers felt unanswered. You wondered why your voice seemed to echo into emptiness. You wondered why the things you begged me to fix remained broken longer than you expected. I saw those questions forming inside you, heavy and honest. I heard you whisper, Lord, are you still with me? Do you still hear me? Why does it feel like nothing is changing? My child, I was nearer to you in those questions than in any moment of certainty. You thought the silence meant absence, but the silence was me working in ways you couldn't see. Silence doesn't mean I left. It means I was operating beneath the surface, healing what you didn't know needed. Healing, moving what you didn't know needed, shifting, shielding you from what you didn't know was rising against you. I was protecting you from doors you desperately wanted opened, but would have destroyed you if you stepped through them too soon. I was holding back answers because the timing meant everything, because I cared too deeply to give you something before it could bless you the way I intended. You felt forgotten, but you were being prepared. You felt abandoned, but you were being positioned. You felt ignored, but you were being shaped. Right now, as you read these words, golden light from heaven is surrounding you. Angels have been dispatched to your exact location, not just to guard you, but to minister to your weary soul. There is a shift happening in the spiritual atmosphere around you. What has been closed is beginning to open. What has been blocked is beginning to move. What has been delayed is beginning to accelerate. In the next 72 hours, you will see evidence of what I am saying. A door you thought was permanently shut will crack open. A conversation you didn't expect will bring clarity. A provision you stopped believing for will manifest. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. This is heaven responding to the cry you have been crying. But here is what you must understand. There are specific enemies that have been assigned to your life. Not flesh and blood enemies, but spiritual forces that have worked tirelessly to keep you bound, confused, discouraged, and defeated. They know your destiny. They have seen the scrolls in heaven with your name written in golden letters. They know what you are called to become, and they have been terrified of the day you would finally step into your purpose. These forces orchestrated betrayals to wound your ability to trust. They arranged disappointments to make you question my goodness. They whispered lies in your weakest moments, telling you that you are not enough, that you will never heal, that your best days are behind you. But my child, I am about to show you something powerful. Every weapon they formed against you, it is backfiring. Every trap they set for your destruction, they are falling into it themselves. Every scheme they crafted in darkness, I am exposing it and turning it for your good. The very things meant to break you are becoming the foundation of your greatest testimony. Right now, press the like button again if you feel the weight beginning to lift, if you sense hope returning, if you can feel even faintly that breakthrough is closer than you thought. Let this be your act of faith, your declaration that you believe what heaven is speaking over your life. My beloved child, come closer, because now I will speak to the deepest places of your pain, the places you never let anyone see, the places you thought even I had forgotten. But I was there. I saw everything. And today I will uncover nothing to shame you, but to heal you. I will reveal nothing to reopen wounds, but to pour oil over them. I will bring into the light what darkness tried to bury, not to expose your weakness, but to show you how closely I carried you when you thought you were walking alone. I saw the betrayal. I saw the moment trust you gave so freely was mishandled by those who did not know the value of your heart. I saw the exact second someone you never imagined would hurt you, turned their back or spoke against you or walked away without explanation. You thought you were overreacting, but your heart broke more than you admitted. You wondered why it pierced so deeply. It is because you love deeply, you give sincerely, you attach with purity, and you believe the best even when others hid their worst. You didn't deserve what happened. You didn't deserve the lies, the distance, the sudden coldness. And though you blamed yourself, the wound was never your fault. I was there when your heart was crushed under betrayal. You didn't see coming. I watched the confusion rise inside you as you replayed conversations, actions, and memories, trying to understand where you went wrong, my child. You went wrong nowhere. Sometimes I allow betrayal not to break you, but to separate you from what cannot walk with you into the future. Even betrayal becomes a tool in my hands. If I had not allowed certain people to show their true intentions, you would have continued pulling them with you into a place they were never meant to stand. I know the pain felt too sharp, too sudden, too personal. But I used it to remove what was secretly draining you, using you, or distracting you. I did not let betrayal destroy you. I let it reveal what you could not see. And I saw the loneliness, the kind that sits with you even in crowded rooms, the kind that presses against your chest when everyone else thinks you are fine, the kind that comes after midnight when silence becomes too loud and thoughts become too heavy. I saw you trying to stay distracted, trying to keep busy, trying not to feel the ache of emptiness inside. You tried to convince yourself that loneliness meant something was wrong with you. But my child, Your loneliness was not a sign of failure. It was a sign of calling. I separated you in seasons, not to isolate you, but to draw you closer to me. Loneliness became the place where I softened your heart, where I shaped your character, where I whispered truths no one else could tell you. There were nights when you curled into yourself, wishing for someone to understand, someone to sit beside you, someone to simply notice the weight you carried. I was there. I sat beside you. I felt the ache you tried to silence. I held you when you wrapped your own arms around your body for comfort. You were not alone for a single heartbeat. You felt loneliness, but you were never abandoned. I allowed seasons of solitude because the noise around you had become too loud. Your heart needed silence so it could hear me again. And even when you felt unseen, I was watching over you with a love that never sleeps. I saw the rejection. I saw the doors slammed in your face, the opportunities that slipped from your hands, the relationships that ended without reason, the people who overlooked you, ignored you, dismissed you. I saw the way you questioned your worth. I saw the way you wondered, why am I not enough? My beloved, rejection did not mean you were unworthy. It meant the place you were trying to fit was too small for the destiny I planted inside you. Rejection is not a declaration of your inadequacy. It is my redirection. You were not rejected. You were protected. Every no was me steering you away from something beneath you. Every closed door was me leading you toward what truly belongs to you. Every person who walked away made room for someone who will honor your heart with purity, consistency, and truth. Rejection is painful, I know. It shakes your identity and wounds your soul. But I was with you each time your heart dropped a text message not returned, a promise broken, a place that no longer welcomed you. I whispered truth over you when lies tried to take root. I told you that you are chosen, loved, and seen even when the world didn't treat you that way. And I am still undoing every false belief that rejection planted inside you. My child, I saw your fear, that quiet fear you never wanted to admit. The fear of failing, the fear of being hurt again, the fear of being alone, the fear of not being enough, the fear that if you opened your heart again, it would be broken once more. The fear that if you stepped forward in faith, everything would fall apart. You walked through days with a brave face, but your heart trembled beneath the surface. Fear became a shadow following you, whispering doubts that stole your peace. But I never judged you for your fear. I never loved you less because of it. Instead, I built strength inside you, slowly, gently, patiently. I placed courage in you each time you survived what scared you. Fear never disqualified you. It became the place where my power was made perfect in your weakness. I saw when you pretended to be strong, you carried burdens too heavy for one heart to bear. Yet you smiled so others wouldn't worry. You held yourself together even when you were breaking. You comforted others while you cried alone. You said, "I am fine," when your heart was screaming for rest. You tried to convince yourself that being strong meant being silent about your pain. But I saw you. I saw the shaking hands, the tired eyes, the deep breaths you took, just to get through the day. You tried to be strong for everyone else, but you forgot that you were allowed to be weak in my presence. My child, strength does not come from pretending you are unshaken. It comes from letting me hold you when you are falling apart. I saw your private suffering, the wounds you hid because you didn't want to burden anyone, the memories that haunt you in quiet moments, the disappointments you swallowed, the heartbreak you tucked away so you wouldn't have to talk about it, the trauma you survived that others never knew, the way you isolated yourself when things became too heavy, the way you pushed forward even when exhaustion wrapped around you like chains. I saw all of it. Every silent pain, every buried emotion, every invisible battle. Nothing you endured was hidden from me. Nothing you survived was overlooked. Nothing you carried went unnoticed. Now, my beloved, I want you to do something. Place your hand on your heart, feel it beating. That rhythm, that steady pulse is proof that I am not finished with you. Every breath you take is evidence that your purpose is still unfolding. Your story is not over. Your best chapters have not been written yet. Speak these words out loud, right where you are. God sees me. God knows me. God has not forgotten me. My breakthrough is coming. My healing is here. My destiny is unfolding. I receive everything heaven is releasing over my life right now. Did you speak it? If you did, something just shifted in the spiritual realm. Declarations carry power. Your voice has authority. When you agree with what heaven is saying, things begin to move that were stuck. Doors begin to open that were locked. Blessings begin to flow that were blocked. Here is what I need you to understand about this moment. You are standing at a divine crossroads. On one side is the old pattern, the cycle of hopelessness, the weight of unanswered prayers, the exhaustion of waiting. On the other side is breakthrough, restoration, supernatural intervention. But you have to choose. You have to step forward in faith. Within the next 24 hours, I want you to do 3 things. First, examine your heart. Ask yourself, what have I been holding on to that I need to release? What bitterness, what unforgiveness, what disappointment has created a barrier between us? Write it down if you need to. Then speak forgiveness over it, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. Second, watch for my signs. I will confirm what I have spoken today. It might be through a song that plays at just the right moment, a conversation that seems divinely timed, an unexpected message from someone you haven't heard from in years. I will show you that this was not just words, this was me speaking directly to your situation. Third, share this message with one person who needs it. You know who they are. Their face just came to mind. Don't second guess it. You might be the answer to their prayer. You might be the vessel I use to reach them at their breaking point. When you share this, you are not just forwarding a video, you are participating in their miracle. And there is one more thing I want you to consider. If this message has touched your heart, if you want to sow a seed of faith into this ministry that brought you this word, click the Super Thanks button, not as an obligation but as an act of worship, as a declaration that you are partnering with the work of spreading hope. The Bible says that when you give, it will be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. I am not asking you to give to receive, but I am promising you that I honor those who honor what I am doing. Your seed will not return void. It will multiply in ways you cannot imagine. It will open doors you thought were welded shut. It will unlock blessings that have been waiting for your obedience. My child, we are almost at the end of this moment together. But before you go, I want to pour a blessing over your life that will cover you, protect you, and propel you into everything I have prepared. May peace that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and mind. May joy rise in places where sorrow tried to take root. May strength replace weakness. May clarity replace confusion. May hope replace despair. May the doors I have ordained for you swing wide open, and may the ones that would harm you remain forever closed. May your family be covered in my protection. May your finances overflow with my provision. May your health be restored by my healing power. May your relationships be filled with authenticity and love. May your purpose become crystal clear, and may you walk in it with confidence. May every word spoken against you fall to the ground powerless. May every plan of the enemy backfire and work for your good. May favor follow you everywhere you go. May divine connections find you. May supernatural opportunities present themselves. May you feel my presence in ways you have never experienced before. In the coming days, expect the unexpected. Expect phone calls that change everything. Expect doors to open that you didn't even knock on. Expect people to suddenly want to help you who previously ignored you. Expect breakthrough in your finances. Expect healing in your body. Expect restoration in your relationships. Expect clarity about your next steps. This is not wishful thinking, my child. This is prophetic declaration. This is heaven's response to your years of faithfulness, your months of tears, your weeks of wondering, your days of waiting. Your time has come. Before you close this video, type 777 in the comments. That is your activation code. That is your way of saying, I receive everything God just spoke over my life. I claim these promises. I walk in this blessing. I step into my breakthrough. And when you type those numbers, know this: your name is being written in heaven's book of remembrance. Angels are taking note. The spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting. What was delayed is accelerating. What was blocked is opening. What was stolen is being restored sevenfold. You are chosen. You are loved. You are seen. You are heard. You are protected, you are provided for. You are destined for greatness, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what I have ordained for your life. Don't forget to share this video. Someone in your life desperately needs to hear this message today. You might be the very instrument I use to save them from giving up. Don't let them miss their moment. My beloved child, I am with you. I have always been with you. I will never leave you. This is not the end of your story, this is the beginning of your greatest chapter. Walk forward in faith, trust me completely, and watch me do immeasurably more than you could ask or imagine. I love you with an everlasting love, and my plans for you are good plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Now go. Step into your breakthrough. Step into your healing. Step into your destiny. This is your moment. Type Amen one final time if you receive this word. And remember, I am always with you, even to the end of the age. Your loving Father, God.